Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, everyone. I don't mean to be late. I like to be on time, but this laptop has a mind of its own. So I was working on it earlier and it started slowing down, and I was like, what's wrong with this computer? So I checked and there was another update. So, and it rebooted 3 times. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm here. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Corey, Todd Brown, and Jackie B. And I know Barb Hallam was there earlier, and Rose Blue. So, yes, I'm finally here. Just, and it might be lagging too, because I'm noticing when I'm pulling up things on here now, since I've done this update, that it's kind of lagging. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. I think it's due to the update. I don't know what they did to it, but it took a long time. All right. So, what is going on today and yesterday after I got off? It got a little bit crazy. And I do have some more stuff. I do want your questions, you guys. So if you have any political today, I will do personal readings, I think, on Friday. And I do want to make an announcement too, because I noticed when I told you all that I had gotten monetized again, I started losing people really fast. Hi, Melissa Jones. Please know that I am not going down the road of those memberships. I did try it in my first iteration and I didn't really like it. And I didn't really feel like I had anything to put back there. So I'm not interested in doing that. I want to keep subscriptions free. So I want everyone to, be able to come in here, and I'm not prepared to get into any of that again. And back then when I did do it, I was doing 99-cent memberships. And if I could have gone lower, I would have. But I just don't think I need it. So, yeah, free subscriptions here. Yes, I saw that. Corey, Trump and Elon are kissing again. Yes, they are. So, what's on the agenda? So, he's making threats about his little birthday parade, which we're going to call it that. And one thing that they're saying is important at the protests is the American flag. We've got to take it back from MAGA folks. So we need to take your flags if you have a flag and you want to show it. We can't let them steal it because they have bastardized everything. So democracy and the republic is what the flag is for. So anyway, so there's a lot happening. So he's claiming he doesn't want anyone wearing masks, yet you have ICE wearing masks, which is awful. Hi, Carolyn Porterfield. Maxie, welcome, welcome. So the No Kings nationwide protests are also going to be going on. And there are ICE protests that are going nationwide, and they are spreading in about 35 cities already. So what I've been telling you is that I really feel that we can keep this country. There's more of us than there are of them. There really are. And, it makes me so proud to see everybody out there. It really does. Because that's what we're allowed to protest, peacefully protest. Hi, Jackie B. I can probably. Now, for me, what's weird when I'm reading on, because I'm a retired federal employee. So for me, reading on a government agency is different than I think maybe for you guys, because to me, it's an agency and there's different people in it. And there's just, the people don't want to do this. This is, this is upper management. This is the politicals. So for me, it has a different feeling, like general looking at ICE, and I know what's going on right now, but it's not all ICE employees. There's people in ICE that have absolutely nothing to do with this. I'm sure they don't want Kristi Noem leading her, just like we didn't want RFK Jr. at HHS. So, I mean, come on, any of these idiots, like, I don't know how CMS is handling Dr. Oz right now, because that has to be a nightmare. And FDA is stuck with Macri, who's a complete nut job. So I'm just glad I'm not there right now because, I was going to get in trouble if I had to meet up with Doge. Ooh, words were going to happen and I wasn't going to hold back. But yeah, for me, it's just kind of weird. But I think when I'm looking at ICE, I think what I'm going to do is point it more towards Kristi Noem because she's getting her orders from who I'm calling I47 from illegitimate 47. So it's just different. It's like, it's not, I know. And Dr. Phil, he's a joke. He's running around with ICE. He has no business doing that. He shouldn't be anywhere near that. None of this should be happening. So, okay. Well, I've got your question anyway. Oh my goodness. Melissa Gerber says, police shot a woman with non-lethal ammo outside her own apartment and threatened her neighbor when she came to help. Oh my gosh. They wouldn't even call an ambulance. Another woman recorded the whole encounter. Yeah, this is going to get really crazy. And I really feel like this is Trump's downfall. I really do. I feel like he's bitten off way more than he can chew. And the American people are going to hand it to him. So I don't know how, but there might be enough pressure on the legislative branch if this keeps up. So I don't know. I think that we need the protests. We do. Peaceful protests. But okay. All right. So I've got that question. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at Noem because she's really the culprit. I blame them because I know for us where I worked, we took our marching orders from the top. So everybody does. And unless it's an unlawful order, you can refuse. Now, that never happened to me in my job. Had it happened, I would have been ready to say, that's not happening. I'm not going to be responsible for that. You can take that to someone else. So, no. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, Pope Leo. And I'm a recovering Catholic too, so I'm not sure what I think about him. I think I'm okay with him, but I do like the fact that he is pushing back on Trump. So I think that's good. The Catholic Church has a lot of problems. So let's put out a short about, I don't know who Sheldon is. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I think this is good. Just do a little catch up here. Yes. Okay. I'm just sorry I was so late. So I guess we'll be going on till 5:30. I'm going to try to keep it to an hour because I've been going Sheldon Whitehouse. Okay. Oh, now I know what I want to start off on. So Newsom, and I've got the camera. Oops. I need to add it back. Whoops. There it is. All right. Now, what I was talking about yesterday and the day before is we needed a front runner out there, but Newsom is definitely beginning to be able to get out there. So he's sort of thrust into this situation anyway because of what I-47 is doing to California, which is awful. I mean, are no words. I can't even, the whole thing shouldn't be happening at all. Shouldn't be. And there wouldn't be a problem. And I don't know who's trying to call me, but that's nobody. Okay. So, yeah, that's weird. All right, so I guess I'll start. I'm going to look at Newsom because I wonder if he's going to be able to come forward they're saying he could come forward as the opposition, and we need opposition. Yeah. Oh, I know he's jealous of Gavin. Gavin isn't afraid of him, so I appreciate that. Okay, I brought out the Runic Tarot. I haven't done this one in a while. It's I think I straightened this out, but I think it's still crooked, so I don't know. It might be this, but it's better than yesterday. So, yes. Hello, everyone. Yes. Hi, Vicky. Okay. You're not late. I was late getting started. I've literally just started 10 minutes ago. So you're not that late because I had another reboot mess. All right. I'm looking at Gavin Newsom today. And I forgot to have my name up and everything yesterday. And the day before. So I have to get the swing of things. Hi, MJB808. Welcome. All right. Let's get into it. I want to look at Newsom. Is he going to come forward as the opposition leader for the Democratic Party? Because he's starting to. And I liked what he said. I listened to what he said yesterday. And I thought it was really good. Aloha, Gina T. No, you didn't miss much. This is the first reading. Yes, if you're watching back, I had a little bit of a slow start. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. So I've got to get used to these cards again. I haven't seen them in maybe a year and a half. All right. I've got the 6 of Wands over here. So successful messaging from him. He came out very strongly, very strong, and basically was good because he was rallying everybody to fight back, right? So 10 of Wands over here. So it is a burden right now. I mean, he's trying, like he was saying, they're trying to get stuff done in California. And I47 or Taco is taking, I'll call him Taco. I'm going to try to. He's taken them away from what they were assisting with, the National Guard. They were helping with the fires and, other issues in the California area. So it's causing some problems. All right, so another 5 of Wands. Oh my gosh, a lot of wands in here. Wow, I don't know what this one is. I have to look. All right, is this this is Wands, and that's 8 of Swords. Okay, all right, interesting. So the 5. So we have the infighting, and yeah, there's a lot of battles going on all around. We have the Democrats are trying to figure out what to do. But, this is interesting because this woman is tied to a stake. There's fire all around, but she's fighting. And that kind of feels the energy, what he's dealing with right now. You felt protected to a point, but now that dumpy. Yeah, I know. But he's got the fighting spirit, and that's right here in this. So then we have, although I think this is Cups. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Cups. But I don't see 8 Cups either. So I don't know. But all right, it could be 8 of Cups. There is a little self-confidence issue, or there could be just, moving away from. Yeah, this one's weird. Is that Cups? Wait, let me look. I need to look really quickly. Where are Cups? Oh, the horns. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So that is 8 of Cups. All right. So that's interesting. There's 2 8s together. One of them is the self-confidence issue. The other one is temporary crisis, right? The 8 of Swords. This guy. I can't know why I keep saying I'm here. Ooh. All right. I'm going to pull some more, but I want to mix these up a little bit more. Come on. And they're thick cards. Yes. Oh, yeah. There's protests. And the protests are growing, Rose Blue. They are. All right. Page of Swords, King of Pentacles, and 2 of Cups. All right. Now, unfortunately, yeah, Greg Abbott also, I want to say, I've noticed he is jumping into this stuff and fanning the flames, at least in Texas. But I also feel like this 2 of Cups is going to be, Gavin's going to get some help from someone. He may get some assistance. We've got the King of Pentacles, and that's influence. It could be I47, but I don't really think it is. But it could be just being aware of him over here, somebody influential. But I feel like the influence also is fitting very nicely with Newsom, because he's really having to be out front and fighting back. And he is, yeah. Okay. But that's just, all right, let's see. I want to pull a couple more. I want to see if he will be the 4. Well, he would be the opposition leader. Oh, no. Well, I have 5 of cups here, so there is some kind of disappointment in the Tower. Although, that's kind of given me the feeling about what's happening in California right now. They're having the Tower moment. But this is the reason he's going to be coming forward. So I think it's possible. I do. But we'll have to see what else shakes out because, like he said, okay, where's the mouse? Okay, come on. Oh my gosh, nothing works back here. But like he said, California is the first one. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Well, it is. It could happen somewhere else very easily. So you miss Ann Richards. Oh. All right. Now I have to apologize to you if I sound like this. Around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I start getting so tired and I'm like, I need a nap. But then it's kind of like, I have to do a show. So I just had to have a cup of coffee before this. And then the rebooting, all that stuff started happening. So I don't know what's going on with me. So I'm trying to get, hoping the caffeine will kick in here. Okay. All right. So I looked at that. Where's my pen? All right. I do think he's going to be coming forward. I do. I see that happening. All right. And feel free to put your questions. Does Ann Richards have an opinion or a message for us? I guess I can look. I'm not really in the medium mode at the moment. Kind of. So we'll have to see if I can do that one. All right. He's talking about phasing out FEMA after 2025. The states cannot handle this, or, nobody's budgeted for any of this stuff. He's just going to end things. And he just woke up from one. I need one right now. So trying to get it going. I want to look at the fate of FEMA, or the energy around that, because I feel like there's going to be pushback. Hopefully there should be, because a lot of people are going to end up suffering because of it. I'm going to use this. Save that for another day. All right. I'll do it. You have to get in the mode. That's why I try to break up the show. So if I'm doing personal shows, I can get in that medium energy. And then when I'm doing this, it's a little different. And it's also more focused on the cards, but I do get downloads. So yeah. And for entertainment purposes only. Hi, Fatima. So yes, but your questions are welcome, everyone. Feel free to ask your questions in all caps for entertainment purposes only. And please like and subscribe. Subscribing is free. No memberships are going to happen here. I'm not doing it. So you won't see subscribe plus. I'm not doing that. I think it's getting crazy out there. I don't know. Hi, Carla Joe. Welcome. All right. We're looking at the fate of FEMA because he wants to end it. And there's so many, every state basically in America and our territories need FEMA. So what's going to happen? Because he wants to end it. All right. Everybody's coming in upside down. Do I want to keep it or no? I am going to keep it. All right, so what is happening here? All right, so we've got the Page of Cups, and it's kind of like he's sort of got the gift. Oh, you didn't miss me. I was late. I didn't start till 4:20, so you didn't miss me. I just got started. Been on 19 minutes. All right, so this is basically the assistance that the states get under FEMA, right? Is this really far away? It looks like it is. Wait a minute. I feel like it's really super far away. Hold on a second. Okay, just in a little bit. All right, just so we can see. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles is reversed. Now, when it's upright, it's a lot more work. It's getting with purpose. This is taking away purpose. This is taking away the work. This is taking away the time that people put into things. So this, he just wants to stop everything. Just stop it. The King of Cups is reversed also. So when I have this card, it's honorable feelings. Well, reversed, not so much. It's the opposite. We have the Hierophant over here, which is government. And there's celebration. Now, he's still trying to do this because he thinks he's going to be able to do tax cuts. Still trying to do it. Although this is not how you do it. We need FEMA, Queen of Cups, the World, and the Knight of Cups. I know she's got a little bit. So, yeah. It helps the states feel secure. And, FEMA pretty much did master how they help people. They did. They know how to do it. They had the budget. They have the teams that can get out there and help. And this, of course, is, the offer of assistance. So we just don't have, I don't know what they're going to do without FEMA. Is FEMA going to be ended? 10 of Pentacles. I don't think so. To me, this feels like the budget. It feels like the budget. It's like there's too much, there's so much money that's already appropriated to it. I don't know that the legislative branch is going to allow it to be ended. I just don't. It feels like he keeps trying to take their jobs away too. It's like the legislative branch is responsible. They have the power of the purse. He keeps trying to take that away. They keep trying to do impoundment and other stuff like that, and it's just not. All right, are we going to keep one more card? Are we going to keep FEMA? Yay or nay? Chariot. Inner will. I don't think there's a real push to get rid of it, except for with Trump, with I47 or Taco. What do you want to call him? I just don't. I don't think there's any real. It just doesn't make sense because we have the hurricanes and the tornadoes and the floods and the fires, and on a national level, we need FEMA. So again, it's Gnome. Also, it's her again. Okay. So she also runs that. Yeah. At the same time, I don't know that they will all at the same time, T-Lynn. All right. So I want to go back to that other question because since I was looking at FEMA, there was the question about ICE. So let me go look at Jackie B's question. So this is going to go in line because she's running FEMA and she's also running ICE. And they're all incompetent. Yes, they are. All of them. So, yeah, I recall. Yeah, and your governor isn't so great. So when I do travel around America, I'm skipping some states, unfortunately, because there's a lot of things that I won't support. So I'm going to just not see certain states, and I'm going to try and avoid Texas. So sorry to all my Texas peeps in there, but they're not going to get my money. So especially with the abortion stuff, I don't like that. You're killing women trying to have babies. So I don't think so. I have a problem with that. All right. So let's look at what's going to happen with ICE. They won't be able to fix things. Yeah, I know. And they've fired everybody, riffed everyone who can fix it. Yay, Wayne. We can start now. All right. Great to see you. All right. Then what's going to happen? Because again, they're taking orders, and I'm sure they don't want to be doing this. And, I just can't. Dr. Ronnie AWOL, don't care about 25 counties. Yeah. over the middle of the Pacific. Yeah, I know. I do want to see Hawaii, but I'd have to fly, and I'm a little worried about that right now because all the planes are falling out of the sky too. It's like my retirement's ruined because what's his face is in, and nobody wants us to visit them in their countries now. Oh, and there's something else I'm going to hit on too that I read about. So, and that's going to make it harder for Americans to travel. Whoops, let's move this over. Okay, Wheel of Fortune reversed. All right. Not such a lucky time. Things are not looking really good for ICE. They are pretty much the most hated agency at the moment. And can't say that I mean, I do understand why. So I'm not giving them a pass on anything. Okay, here's the Lovers. So yeah, so this is all about making Taco happy. Just Taco, right? Yeah, I want to see Hawaii though. I do. 4 wands reversed. Okay. They're not really celebrating right now. This isn't like a big victory, happiness situation. And I think it weighs heavily on some of the agents and the people that are forced to go out there and do all of this stuff. You know, when a federal employee takes the job, they do it, they have an oath to the Constitution. And I know that people are conflicted right now as to what's going on. There's a lot of feds struggling with it. It's like they don't want to be there, but then people they still got to pay their bills. The domain. It's like, you know, surveying the domain or over here. So it just kind of feels to me like this is what Taco really wants right now. I like Taco. I think it's easier to say, right? But they're still working really. They're working together, I guess now with different agencies. This isn't giving me good feels. I'm just not getting a good feeling from this reading at all. King of Wands. There's defeat and Ace of Wands again. A defeat and a victory. So this feels like there are people that want to do the right thing. In ICE, there are people who want to do the right thing, but they're kind of at a loss. They're at a loss. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're being told to do it. This one does not feel like a victory. It's more like you're being, whacked to do stuff. And I have to tell you that a lot of the stories I hear about what's going on with the federal employees right now, they're being really abused at work. They're trying to take away all of the rights, EEO. They're, of course, there's no more working at home. They're killing that. They're harassing them. They're watching everybody when they come in the building in such a way. Of course, you always knew when you came in and you swiped your badge that somebody knew you were there, and you can't use your laptop without your badge also, so they know when you're online. So there's really no reason to, like, people are being watched at their desks and all this kind of crazy stuff. They're just really harassing everyone. It's no longer a good place to work, which is another reason I retired, because I was going to fight back on that. You better believe it. If I had to go back and deal with that kind of stuff, things were going to happen. So I was going to talk. So I don't know. I just feel like it's still the overall situation where they don't have a choice. So everything's very bad for feds right now. I don't condone what the Army was doing at Fort Bragg either, because they were booing the press. It's kind of like, hello, First Amendment, freedom of the press. Shame on you for booing them. You're supposed to protect the press. That's one of their jobs too. Hello from Denmark. Hi, Lily. Yes, I know your admin is ugly. And I want to see Texas too. Believe me, I want to. I want to see every state. But I'm depressed because I feel like I don't want to give any money to their economies. So, when I travel. So we'll see when I get there. But I'm still trying to get my retirement sorted out. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, Rose was since we're talking about Texas, she was asking about, let's see, Texas group overcame a hurdle, step towards succession. Will people vote common sense in 2026 to not secede? Oh, and that's another thing. Now, states might think it's easy. I mean, I don't know. These people do think it is, but what are they going to operate on? What money are they going to have? So, Fort Knox, let me tell you about that. That's going to have to be emptied out and moved into, if they're no longer a state, that has to be moved out. That can't be in Texas anymore because they don't belong to the United States of America. They can't keep that. That doesn't belong to them. They're going to have to find new money. They're going to have to find, they can't use their money. I know it's a big state, but I just don't, I think it'd be very expensive to do. Now, all right, let's read on that though, because I don't have all the answers to that. So, but that's just my overall take on that. Okay, cards. What are we doing? All right, we'll go with this. So, I don't know. Everything's crazy. So this will get me into the next subject because I want to talk about Puerto Rico after this. Hi, Sneaky Turtle. There was a protest in Austin. Yes, they are protesting. Good for the Texans who are standing up. Yay. And that gives me hope. So, I just don't know. There's a couple places I'm not going to look. I'm not going to go to. But I wasn't going to go to California originally, but I think I will now. So I'll add that one back. I'll add that one back in. So, yeah. I've already been to California, so I wasn't going to go back there. All right. Yeah. Fort Knox is Kentucky. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I thought it was in Texas. All right. Thank you for correcting me. All right. Well, I guess they won't have to worry about that then. But they will have to find new money. All right. Yeah, everything's coming in reverse. All right. Will people vote common sense? Let's take a look. We got the Temperance, the Hermit, the Tower. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. All majors. Hi, Susie Zuki. Yes, I'm an independent, a blue independent too. All right. Temperance, Hermit, Tower, Justice, Wheel of Fortune. This says a lot. All right. I don't know. Some people might be thinking about it. I don't know why they would do that now, though, because if you think about it, their guy is in office. I don't understand, but whatever. So, but there is a Tower situation in here. Things are going to go badly anyway for the Texas administration trying to follow all this stuff. And I say that because we have Justice and Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is quite the pull here. They can now put an option to look. Okay. So we have Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. So it just feels like it's not going to go the way they want it. I know this is, I haven't pulled anything like this in quite some time. It's just, there's a lot going on here. In the middle is the Tower. There will be ruin if they go forward with that. But I think justice will prevail. And it is with the Wheel of Fortune. And the timing is wrong. And I think that Texas would be, I think they won't do it. It just feels like they're going to be luckier if they stay. Yeah. They'd be better off just staying. Because I think that would be, even though they're not landlocked, they do have access to the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico. All right. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. So it's too much thievery. Like there's going to be a problem if they try to go. There just will be. It's not going to be, and can't be an easy break. And all the highways. I mean, what are they going to put a border around it? So I don't know. I just can't. And what happened to that wall? It never got built, did it? He's not talking about it anymore. All right. Yeah, there's defeat in here. And then good news, I think it's just not going to go. This landed over here. So I don't think they're going to do it. But that's what the cards are telling me. So we have that. All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I just saw this before I came in, is that Puerto Rico wants to cut ties and return to Spain. Hi, Kelly. Yes, justice will prevail. Justice will prevail in general. I do not believe we're going to lose America to this tyrant. We're not. And remember that 35 cities, there's the ICE protests, and there's 1,600 protests, at least last count I saw, for the No Kings on the 14th. So there will be protests. People are not putting up with it, and that's the most American thing you can do, is go out and say no, but peacefully. Okay, I want to look at Puerto Rico. Let's look. Puerto Rico. Yep, we can legally become 5 states. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Rose Blue. All right. I want to look at Puerto Rico. What cards are good for that? I guess I'll go with Groovy Tarot. I wanted to go visit them, too. I've never been over there. That's somewhere I'd like to see. Yeah. Something to celebrate. No, he won't be removed by then, Vicky. He's still going to be here. Although stuff might start happening. He's going to find out that what he wants to do is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There will be movement to get rid of him, though. And I know by 2026, it's possible we will get things back. But I have this awful fear. I do. I have a fear. I worry about the 2026 election. I think it'll go the right way. But nothing is working the way it should. So I still think that the people, we can hold on, maybe run him out of office. My mind is working in all kinds of ways. The wheels are turning. Okay, so I have the 7 of Pentacles. Let's see. Let's put these suckers down. So, all right, let's see what we have. All right, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, I mean, they were okay for a while. They've built up, saying their own economy pretty much. They kind of can't vote in elections, which stinks for them. And they do feel kind of defeated because, again, if you remember that hurricane, I think it was Hurricane Maria, and they got hit really badly, and Taco wouldn't get FEMA over there to help them. And I think they're still cleaning up from that whole thing. So they might be thinking this just isn't. So there's a movement there to secede. 4 of Wands over here. It's possible they could be successful, but they're not interested in what's going on over here anymore. They're kind of sick and tired of the drama. They want to be free. They, want to make Spanish their number 1 language again. And yeah, there's the 5 of Cups. There is disappointment. I mean, it could have gone a different way, and they were trying to get statehood and all that kind of stuff. And ooh, yeah. Okay. So the movement's going to I think it's going to pick up for them. Yeah, they have been. They've been having a hard time. So 3 of Swords. There's a loss. Hey, Strawberry Rhubarb. So, yeah, Puerto Rico, it's a loss for both America and for us. But then again, the illusion-delusion situation with the 7 of Cups and the choices that they can make. I mean, for them, they might be able to do better. And I have Justice. That might become a real thing here. Oh, DC. Well, see, DC is never supposed to be a state. I think everybody forgets about this, that DC, okay, every state has a capital, right? Okay. The purpose of the District of Columbia is to be the United States capital. So it's not supposed to be in any state. They went through that for like a long time with between Philadelphia and New York and different places. It kept moving around. So DC is never supposed to belong to any state. So that's why it's carved out of Maryland, and it was part of Virginia at one time. But yeah, it's not supposed to. So I hear this all the time and I get it. And now I have a sister living in DC and she's like, all states. I'm like, but it's not supposed to be a state. It's not. Why are you going to take the District of Columbia and turn it into a state when it's the federal capital of the United States? Well, I know, but it was supposed to be the capital city where the government was. Now, people now live in it, but it wasn't supposed to be that. It was for the capital city. So I don't know. I mean, people lived there, obviously, but it wasn't, because they were all fighting over it all the time. So you can look that up, but it's not supposed to be a state. So I don't know. I'm not gonna go down on that one. That one's a stickler for me. I'm very much a American history and all that stuff, and the whole point of it. So it's like you have the country, and then you have the capital city for all of this country. Well, they do vote. They do vote. They vote. And I mean, they do have Eleanor Holmes Norton in there, but it is different. I get it, but it is supposed to be the capital city of the United States. It's not supposed to belong to a state, because that gets into the whole fighting about where it belongs stuff. Again, I don't know. I know some people may not like that, but I'm just telling you what I learned in school. So no, they don't, but they're not a state. They're the capital city. It's a city. I don't know if you've been to the District of Columbia, but it is a city. It is not a state. It is a little piece that got cut out of Maryland and Virginia. So, but then Virginia got their piece back. So it's cut out of Maryland at the moment. So, and if you're going to do that, give it back to Maryland, because it belongs to us. So I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to get into that. People get mad at me for that, but too bad. That's what I'm going to say. I just don't. All right. I'm not going to go there with that. Okay. All right. Let me get into some other stuff and get me out of there. Yes. DC is not supposed to be. It is a city. It is not a state. So I'm just saying. All right. I've worked in DC. I had relatives that lived in DC too. Yes. But I'm like, you don't have to live in DC. You could live in Maryland. You don't, there's like 3 states here. We got Virginia, we got Maryland. You could even live in Delaware. People work in DC from West Virginia too, because West Virginia is right here also. So I had coworkers from West Virginia, because it's Maryland also is on the tip. Our panhandle hits Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Virginia. So, all right. Anyway, just let me get off of this. All right, let's move on before I get myself in trouble, because I'm probably gonna. In West Virginia, that's right. I've driven to West Virginia to go to the casino out there. So, Charlestown. Okay. All right, Newsom. I looked at that one twice. We looked at that one. I think he's trying to do a civil war too, though. Oh, I'm not sure who is in Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's here too. We have West Virginia and Virginia and Pennsylvania and Delaware. All right. Okay, so I think he's trying to create this civil war that they've always wanted. I don't know about you, but it just feels like all this stuff he's doing, he's trying to cause all this discord. California doesn't need ICE in there, and they don't need the Marines. And he didn't ask for it. He didn't ask for it. Nobody. Why keeps calling me? I don't know what's going on, but I don't know who it is. All right. All right. Oh yeah, I was going to look at the jet retrofit too. All right, I looked at Puerto Rico. How I want to ask too how long we have to deal with him. All right, I looked at FEMA. Okay, I don't know. What do you guys want me to look at? What do you think? Yes, yeah, Texas takes forever to get out of. Yeah, I've seen that. I do want to see Texas, but I like to do it when Greg Abbott is not the awful governor. So yeah, he's targeting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta pick something here. I want to look at how long we have to deal. Well, I looked at FEMA already. I did that already. All right, let's look at how long we have to deal with Trump. Ooh, saying his name gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right, heebie-jeebies. Hot and humid and big bugs. Uh-oh. Oops, look at me. What are we doing? All right. Well, those are not put together, right? All right, let's mix these up a little bit before the shuffle. Yeah, FEMA. Yeah, well, we have a lot of what's really cool about America, though, is we have all of these states and they're huge. They're huge, and there's a lot of open public land out there that's amazing. And yeah, I bet it is. See, I just need to I want him out. He's been there for like forever. How many years? How long can a governor be in all? Like, how many? Is there a term limit on a governor in Texas? Is my question. Can you guys answer that? Oh, that's a good question, Sneaky Turtle. Oh, yes. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, Sharon. Canada is enormous. So Canada is enormous too. You guys are proper huge. Oh, I hope she feels better. All right. Let's see how long we're going to have to deal with him. Let's see if this gives me anything. Because I see some things happening. Now, that whole catheter situation. Oh, no limit. Ooh, that's not good. I bet these are upside down. We'll see. Oop, some are. Okay. Interessante. All right, we have got the Knight of Cups reversed. So, that he's definitely not kind, and he doesn't give us any loves. That's for sure. He's pretty awful. He's definitely the evil person. We do have the sun here, so it does kind of feel like everything now. People who don't see, or didn't see what he was doing before, are seeing it. I think people that followed him, there are people that are going to be peeling off. Like he's going to start losing some support. So they're seeing things that they didn't see before. Then Nine of Swords reversed. Normally this is anxiety. There is a lot of anxiety right now. Absolutely. Everything's crazy. However, again, because everything's very, very much out in the open, I think people are realizing what it is, and maybe we won't have to deal with him forever here. Oh, yeah, we looked at that SJ Wonder. I just read about that. There's going to have to be some work involved in getting him out, and there will be judgment. So it does feel like, or there are people working on getting him out, and they're tired of worrying about it. It's sort of also how I'm kind of seeing this. So it just feels like there is something going on in the background, though, because everything he's doing is illegal. Everything. I mean, there's just nothing. Nothing. He gets no cred from me. Okay. The King of Pentacles. Illusion, delusion. I keep getting this one. Well, he wants to stay in that White House for sure. He thinks he can pull one over on all of us. That's that whole thing right there. I'm not even going to go. All right, let's see. Something else. Ace of Cups. All right. The Ace of Cups to me just feels like all of us in America, what we want. We want success. I got some success coming with getting rid of him. I think he will go. And there is judgment involved. There's people working on it. We want that victory, but we have to break him out of this thing. But people are seeing what's going on. He's going to keep doing his games. So I don't know. I want to say, but I don't have a timing on it. So the catheter thing. I know that I saw that. I was looking really at that leg, both legs. It looks like two. But the problem is all of his pants are too big. Everything he wears is too big. And it's just kind of like he's hiding something with it. I know for me, when I wear my clothes a little baggy, I'm trying to hide something. So it's kind of like that's what he's doing. And it's becoming very obvious in his pictures that there's something going on. So, all right. I don't know. I think he's gonna go eventually. All right. I know people are gonna get mad at me about the DC thing, but I'm sorry. Look, go to your history books and see. So I'm not pulling it out of my head. Okay. All right. This is a different question, different range here. Will the ultra-conservative Catholic groups reforms be acceptable to Pope Leo? Will they eventually be clamped down on? Ooh, I hope so, actually. I don't like anything far right, especially in religion. Religion is where we get into most of the wars in the world forever were. How some people can crime and just baffles me. I know he has done it his whole life. Yes, he has. Okay, let's move this over here. Come on. God, StreamYard is so weird now. New rabbit hole, DC. I know, but that's I paid attention in school. Let's put it that way. I paid attention because I couldn't understand that for a little bit at first, and then I looked at it. They taught us why. So I was like, okay, I guess that's the way. All right, everybody's reversed. It's weird. I've got a cool breeze on my legs, and the AC is not running. Where could that be coming from? Oh, Opus Dei. Oh, okay. It's out of here. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know how involved he would be with that. I don't know anything really about Opus Dei, I have to tell you. Although I did hear something more about it during the whole election of a new pope. So, all right, High Priestess. So, yeah, he knows. I think he has a better grip on what's going on with the Catholic Church. And, of course, with the star, I feel like he's got, he's the new pope now. And he used to be the enlightened one, at least to lead the church, the hermit. He has ideas of how he wants things to go, that he's got planned, right? They tried to, oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I did hear something on that too. I just kind of already put it out of my mind because of everything else going on. Wheel of Fortune. This is his time. He's got, going to have good luck and he's going to be victorious. He's secure with what he wants to do. What is there something on this? Oh yeah. This is the deck. I think I got the jelly on. Grape jelly. Okay. So I probably have the wrong deck in here then. This is my personal one. All right. So Queen of Pentacles, security, Three of Cups. There's a celebration factor. Right now, he's in his honeymoon period. Hi, Joseph Winnie. He's in his honeymoon period up there. And there will be some losses for people along the way with him coming in. I know he doesn't like the American Catholic Church does need to be handled a little bit, and the politics in it are not good. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. I think he'll be successful with some reforms. I think he will be doing that. There will be some reforms in the Catholic Church. So he may be able to stop some of that because it goes too far out. And these far right people aren't really doing the work of God. They're just not. And, you know, it just doesn't. I would have nothing to do with that as a Catholic. Let me tell you for sure on that one. All right, let me get rid of this comment. All right. I'm almost up to an hour. So I'll take one more question. What should I look at? Yeah. Well, all right, let's see. All right, I looked at how long we're going to have to deal with them. All right, did you see that they're talking about using Gitmo for our allies, citizens of allies in America? This is really frightening because we have people that come to the country for tourism, or they're becoming citizens, or they have already become citizens. And I mean, what is happening? So I want to see, that I read that on Drudge Report today up at the top, and that he wants to use Gitmo. Hi, Marby. Because he's a jerk, Kelly. So they want to use it for everybody, like our allies as well. It's absolutely insane. So let's see how that's going to go over with the world in general, because it's everybody. It's everyone. Cards. I'll take the regular ones for this. It's absolutely despicable. All right, so we're looking at the threat of Gitmo for our allies that are in the country. Immigrants from everywhere. So, unless you're from South Africa, apparently. So I don't know what's going on with that, but sounds like a problem to me. Yep. Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on. That's why I feel like everything he's doing, there's going to be more pushback. There's going to be more protests. There's going to be more people up on the Hill getting upset about it. Republicans have been pushing back lately on some of his stuff. And there's going to be a breaking point. There will be. And they're going to have to choose. And it is on the Republicans. I believe very strongly they're going to have to pick a side. Because right now, we're edging very closely to that which we do not want. But as long as there is a constitution, my oath remains, and I'm going to keep being here and being downtown, which is going to start happening, which I haven't done. I still don't know if my Metro card works. I haven't touched it in 5 years, and there is money on it. So I need to see. It's like $50 sitting on there. I thought I was going to have to go downtown for work. All right. Two of Swords. So that's sort of a crossroads situation. It is, even though it's going this way, but I do have how I learned it also. It's making a decision, picking a direction. And right now she's blindfolded and can't see, and the moon is above. And it's kind of like, it's a mysterious situation that's about to break. So, hi, Linda. The Hierophant, government. All right. He wants to do bad things to people. This is a pause. Nobody's interested in this. Well, that's not what this one is. Why am I saying that? But there is no pause. When it's upright, it's a pause. This one is saying there's no time to lose, basically, and we have to deal with what's going on. We're going to have to deal with this head on. The Emperor. Well, that speaks for itself. And the Knight of Swords just going in guns blazing. And that is what he's doing with everything. And it's going to mess up our relationship with our allies because apparently, according to him, we don't need anybody. Okay, honorable. Somebody honorable. There is anxiety and the Fool. Fool falls right here. Okay. Oh, underneath. Okay. So, King of Wands. So, there's going to have to be somebody in his ear to stop him from doing this. And a lot of people are concerned right now. This is becoming a very big concern in this country and outside of the country. And he looks like a complete massive idiot. And underneath here is the Three of Swords. And this will be a great loss for America if he proceeds with this Gitmo Citizens of Allies movement that he wants to do. But right, will it actually happen? Your card. Queen of Swords. Mental chaos. It might just be about the chaos. You know, everything that he's doing right now is just about the chaos. Just about causing as many, breaking everything that he possibly can right now. So I don't know. That's just what it looks like. It's just a mess. It is. It's a hot mess. But I still don't believe we're going to lose. We're not going to lose the country. There's too many of us. There's more of us than there are of them. And the protests are growing. Yeah, their chaos is being met with the people. And there are too many. In my town, my little town, they always have protests. And so I'm waiting to see if there's going to be another one on the 14th. I might join that one. I don't know. I've only done one ever in my life, and that was in April. It was great. I loved it. I held up my resist sign on the very main corner and got myself out there, and it felt really good. So, because we're not going to lose it, and everybody has a part to play, and there's different ways to protest. You can maybe don't spend money with a vendor or something, or call your representatives, or go out and do it. If you are out protesting, remember, peaceful protests, we have to keep it. And if somebody around you starts doing something shouldn't be happening, get yourself away from them. So you don't want to go down that road. But I still think we will win. Oh, good, Old Silver. You got permission to protest. Good. And the protests are not just in America. They're happening worldwide as well, as we saw with the Tesla takedown. So I think that's really good. And our allies, and they know that the American people, we didn't all vote for this. And they can see this also, which I think is also helpful for the rest of us that don't want to be part of this. The whole world can see us all protesting in all over the place. So it's being widely reported. So that is helpful. And it's really awful because I wanted to travel the world, and now I'm afraid to go anywhere. I may not be able to get back in the country because of this YouTube channel. So I don't know. But such a mess. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming by and visiting with me today. And I'm a little tired today, so I'm kind of dragging, but it is good. And I need this, and we all need this. And we have to stick together, and we'll all get through this. And hopefully it won't be a full 4 years, although I don't see him doing a full 4 years. It's just something, he'll be stopped somewhere. All right. Okay. So please like and subscribe. Stay subscribed. It's free. It is free. I'm not doing memberships. I did get remonetized, but that's just super chats and stuff like that. So there won't be any extra fees here. I'm free. I like it that way. So, all right. I'll see you all Friday for personal readings, and if I can get my collabs going again. So we'll see about that too. All right. Have a great week. I'll see you Friday. Bye, everyone. Remove that. Okay. No outro.